Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to 2025, extra Tuesday. And Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you celebrated well. You had beautiful holidays. If you have celebrated holidays, I know some of you in Asia are having Chinese New Year at the end of this month, so that will be extra celebrations. I have friends in Europe that also have a different religions, so the Christmas and the New Year's are also set for a month forward. So I guess it's like 3 months of holidays. So I joked around the other day with my partner. I was like, let's just have a whole year of holidays, just not working, just celebrate. So I guess life is worth celebrating either way. So we are starting this year differently. Last week, whoever has been at our advanced trainings with Christy, she's my beautiful team member, and again in our team, I'm so honored and so grateful to have her. She is amazing. Yeah. So her knowledge is amazing. It's different training than mine. And I wanted that. We wanted that. We want you to have different approaches. We want you to have different views because we're all different, right? There's no one way of doing things. So she'll be my buddy. So we're going to do sessions, 2 sessions for her per month and 2 sessions for me per month, which also I'm so grateful to have someone to share this with, so it's not all on me. And of course, I love different perspectives and I love different knowledge and inputs from everyone bringing this in. So, last week, if you have been to Christy's training, she has looked at the abundance and what abundance is, and 2 different programs to actually support your abundance in life, and looking at different frequencies of how we create this abundance. And it's literally about alignment. So, today we are going to look at abundance in business. Don't think that if you don't have a business that this does not apply to you. You have a job, yes? So anything related to business, job, we are going to look at the coaching module in a bit of a depth. So we had looked at coaching model last year of how to use it and, intentions and all of that. This time I have prepared a lot of content. So I'm not going to go through all of it, but you're going to get the slides. So don't stress. All I wanted to focus this time is to actually focus on a coaching model areas that are actually applying for your business or job. So I have gave you slides with all the details, yeah, like always, for every single area of coaching module. So why have I've done that? Because I truly believe that every single area is interactive. So it connects to another. And it doesn't matter if you're looking at business or if you're looking at relationships or if you're looking at money, if you're looking at you know, what is it is goals, career, whatever it is. Yeah. Everything is interconnected because we live in a quantum field. Well, at least 2/3 of us. Yeah. 2/3 of ourselves. 1/3 is in 3D. So we are going to look at that as well. We're going to look at how we are actually creating abundance and what abundance is and how we can actually create it faster. Yeah, with the help of healing. So this is my approach, and I've been practicing this myself. I am going to implement what I'm sharing tonight in my business really diligently this year. I've been playing around in the past year, not so consistently because it's been so many things at once, but I really wanted to implement this full on this year. So I started playing around, and in my Facebook group, I will be sharing my experiments as well. So you can look at my failures, which are never failures, they're literally just learnings and experimentations. And also, I'm doing these failures because I know this is the mindset we have. Yeah, so that's why I'm expressing it this way. And also my sharings of my successes of the achievements of what I wanted. So this is an experiment. This is how I work. So for me, it's not like this is how you do it. Yeah. because it's quantum field. So for me, this is a game. It's a playful game where I can actually explore myself and I go, okay, this is coming up for me. If I do this, if I implement this, if I shift this, what happens? Yeah. So it's literally like playing Lego. Yeah. So putting different colors together, trying different things. Life shouldn't be that serious. Yeah. So if you have this limiting belief, and this is why we're doing abundance today, because majority of us probably have, and I still have money blocks. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. Yeah. Um, so making sure that we do not put ourselves in a jail, in a frequency jail. Yeah. So we're going to look at that today as well. Okay. Uh, let's share my slides. Where are you? There you go. No, no. Okay. No, you don't want to. Okay. Why is it that you don't want to share? Love Zoom. I love Zoom. I really love Zoom. Okie dokie. Pum, 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 pum. That is interesting. I would like to share Zoom, please. If you allow me to do that, that would be ideal. Yay! Green. Green light here. Okay. Because I have orange and green, and then Zoom goes orange. No, don't want to talk to you. Okay. Now you want this. Okay, here. Okey-dokey, so I can see all your beautiful faces. Because Zoom is saying that it doesn't want to give me beautiful faces. And I want to see your beautiful faces. Okay. I just love Zoom doing this. And now what? Today, I'm sorry, we have a bit of technical difficulties, or my technical difficulties, I guess. Come on, what the heck is going on? This is insane. Okay, doesn't, none. Okay, new year, new colors. Not so much, but here we go. A bit of change is always welcome. This year is a year of change. If you have seen my live in the group, our Facebook group, this year is a 9-year. So 9-year is a closing finish line year, reaping your rewards of what you've been doing for the last 7, 8 years. And coaching module is a beautiful thing to actually create as well as shift your frequency to of creation. So before we start anything else, of course, a disclaimer and a notice is that the frequency or the science does not acknowledge the existence of the information field that Healy uses. So not because it doesn't exist, but because there is lack of conventional scientific evidence from a conventional medicine. So we need to understand that frequencies that we are using, there's not enough devices that in a Western world on a basic of conventional medicine that actually can prove this. So make sure that this is on your liability, that you're using this for yourself based with your intention and quantum field frequencies. Again, if you're doing the business, the income disclaimer, it is based on you. Yeah. So the more input you put in, the more you get out. And then, of course, as always, Healy, Mac Healy devices, although they are beautiful, amazing devices that help us, support us, and in all areas of our life, they are not, I repeat, not intend to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, or prevent any disease or medical conditions. So no medical questions here, even at the end. Make sure that you take personal responsibility of your health, wealth, life, and of course, use this as support. Yeah, because that's kind of what we are. This was the intention of using the app, so our beautiful new app, Wordly. This is how you actually can log in through Wordly. If you scan the QR code, you can choose the language of translation, and you can actually listen in your own language that you would like. Okay, so Vengsin, is this app now working? Yes, perfect. Thank you. Working. So this is working. So you can log in. Vengsin actually posted the link in there as well. Good morning from Germany. Beautiful. Good morning to Germany. Okay, so this is going to be the same from now on. You can actually do that every single time. Okay, let's move into the juicy stuff. I would like to know, what are your current challenges within your business or job related to abundance? So whatever that word currently, you know what the definition of that word for you is. And I would like to know what are your challenges currently? The top 1 or 2 challenges, just pop them in the comments. I would love to know what you would like to work on, so we can actually give you some tools to support you. Not making enough money. Okay, so the finances, yeah? Consistency, okay? Mindset. Growth, finance, relationship, rejection, okay? Consistency, income stream, health, money stuck in inventory and sales. So finances, flow. I would say that's flow more. Okay, so customers, not getting a job. So a blockage, yeah, in the flow. Okay, customers, opportunities. Okay, so that's fear of going out. So what would you like? So challenge is, what is it that you currently don't have? Yeah. So this would be working on a mindset. If you're afraid, this would be working on a mindset. Relationships, sales, cash flow. Okay. Okay. So I guess it's kind of the similar things. Yeah. We're honest. Okay, so let's look at what abundance really is. So we toss around this word so much, and everybody has their own definition of it. And then we define abundance as, I want abundance. So, but we don't actually define that within our head, what that is. We don't have clarity what abundance really is. So Christy touched on that last week. I'm going to present my version of it. So the true definition of abundance is actually a term describing a large quantity or plentiful supply of something. It represents having more than enough of a particular resource, quality, or item. So it's literally a plentiful of energy. And this can go in different directions. So if we're just saying we want abundance of something, if we're not clear of what we want, we can get abundance of something. We can get abundance of frogs. We can get abundance of rain. We can get abundance of sunshine. So if we are not specific of what we actually want and understand how to get it and how to influence it, then we're kind of stuck in a vicious circle of a hamster wheel of, I want abundance, I'm in lack, and I'm in lack. Yeah, and by the way, that is a victim mentality, and we're going to look at why this is such an important thing to get out of. So what actually influences our version of abundance, meaning we want the wealth and the health and all the beautiful positive things, yeah, that we have in our mindset. The most influences our abundance, and abundance meaning the reality of life, the environment that we have surrounded ourselves with. And I'm saying surrounded ourselves with because we are making their choices. Our beliefs are the thoughts that we are keep thinking over and over and over again. It's like a hardware in our brain. Why is that important? Because the hardware is something that it's harder to change. Yeah, it's ingrained, imprinted. And we're going to look at why. So it's based on our past experiences in a 3D world. So the 3D world is the physical matter, and the one that actually convinces our brain that this is actually what exists. So the belief, imagine the bubble around you, which is literally your bioenergetic field. Imagine the belief as a photo, a sticker. that sticks onto your field outside. And the emotion is like a magnet on the other side of the field. And the emotion is literally a boundary of the belief. So when the emotion is the boundary of our beliefs, meaning that the thought, which is the belief, and the emotion, which is the feeling that comes in the body, yeah, that activates the feeling in the body. If what we think and what we feel actually creates our state of being or our reality, meaning that the state of being a frequency you generate within your body energetic field with your thoughts and with your emotion. So this is sticking onto your energetic field, which is now a frequency which creates your state of being, of who you are right now in this moment. And when we combine a thought and a feeling, which is an emotion, over and over and over and over again, it becomes an attitude, which is a shortened state of being. So for example, you wake up really good. Yeah. So you have a series of positive thoughts that come with positive feelings. You feel on top of the world in the morning, and you feel like you can achieve everything and anything, and you love yourself, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, oh, hey, sexy. So, and you really have that really good positive thoughts and emotions, which means that in that moment, you created a good attitude. And that is a shortened state of being in that moment. And then you go into the car, and based on your perception, a crazy driver in front of you won't let you through. And it's really, really agitating you and frustrating you. On all of a sudden, you have a series of negative thoughts and emotions, and you become frustrated and angry, and everything falls apart. And all of a sudden, a friend calls you and tells you something, and all of a sudden, you actually take that personally, and you start crying and yelling and screaming, and all of a sudden, everybody's against you. That is what we call a strain of negative thoughts and feelings, and it's a bad attitude. So we can move through and shift through states of being throughout the day. The more we sustain those states of being, shortened states of being, which are attitudes, the more we sustain them, the more we practice them, they become our beliefs. See, we circle back to the photo and the magnet on the outside of our field. Beliefs, when they are ingrained and imprinted, are extended states of being. They actually are literally like a stamp on your energetic field, creating the frequency, which then they project into the physical reality. I'm going to show you how. They are always, majority of time, subconscious states of being. A frequency that is generated, yeah, it doesn't come out of thin air, it's generated by your brain, so thought, and your body, emotions and feelings. So what does that tell you? That you're not a victim of anything in the world and anything around you in your environment. You are the creator of that frequency. You are generating that frequency. And the sooner you find that frequency that it's not aligned with who you truly are or the environment and the reality that you want to live in, simple as you can change it. Yes, of course, you need to practice, but you can change it. So if when we're looking at creating an abundant state of being, meaning creating abundant health and abundant wealth and a lots of money and beautiful, deep, connective relationships, the reality, this is a statement, and I really want you to embrace this. And I know sometimes this hurts because I know people get triggered by this. I really want to be kind to you and gentle, but I really want you to understand that if you want to create the abundance that you defined as abundance within your life and you can't see it right now, it's because you have been allowing the bad attitudes to go into the hardwire of your beliefs. So whatever your choices in the past, the reality right now is the outcome of those choices. So if you made those choices in the past, you can make a different choice now to create a different outcome in the future. So make sure that you're aware and consciously choosing the strain of thoughts and emotions. Because if you allow the outside environment, which is just a mirror for you, to actually control you and trigger you, and you are not allowing detachment and alignment back to yourself, you're allowing to hook onto that energy, you are making the choice of bad attitude. Just so you know, this is a foundation. So business, relationship, finance, whatever you want, this is a foundation. So when you start stringing good attitudes, positive thoughts and emotions, yeah, when you literally put that emotion into your body and you experience that and believe that and actually trust that this is the same feeling that you have within the body and you envision it, it's the same feeling you're going to get every single time you go into an environment. And if you don't, you look at it and shift it, the more you practice, the more the environment around you changes. Yeah? Yes, it is work. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not just going to fall out of the sky. It is work. Work meaning you need to be aware and present every single second of your conscious life to take responsibility for your choices. That's how it works. Unfortunately, otherwise, you do not get focus in order to create something. Let's look at that. So I did a bit of really cool stuff. I like photos. Okay, so we have two ways of creating. One is creating a 3D creation, meaning meta to meta. Yeah. So that would be you thinking you want a new car, a new job, I don't know, win the lottery, get a relationship, whatever it is. Yeah. That you envision that you want to get. Let's say that that's the car. Yeah. Point B. And you are sitting in a point A right now, and you don't have the point B yet. So there's space in between point A and point B. So if you are creating by, let's say, the state of being and a state of mind of manifestation of physical reality, meaning that you actually go and say, I want that car, it costs that much, I need to work, I need to, I don't know, get a new job, I need to cheat a bit, I need to lie to someone, I need to, do this and this and this in order to actually get it. And it will take me this much time. So this is a physical world. So this is frequencies currently known to men, mankind, womankind. Yeah. This is visible frequency. This is where you live. This is physical matter. So this little tiny box. Yeah. This is our physical world reality. And if you're working meta to meta, going from point A to point B, meaning that you will need to move yourself through space in order to get to another point, which is your experience, a different experience. So you have an experience here, but if you move yourself through space to get to an experience B, you're going to be a different person. You're going to have a different experience. You're going to have different behaviors, but it's going to take time. The distance between A and B on a 3D world, meta to meta, is time. So when we look at the visible world where we live, yeah, anything that you can hold and touch is the visible world. Matter is actually the most stable frequency currently known to man. What does that mean? When the light hits it, you can see form, physical form. It becomes a form, and that actually separates us from everything else. But it's an illusion. Yeah, so it's like reflection from the mirror. And if you are only creating whatever you want to create, call it abundance, only on a 3-dimensional matter to matter, you will be literally drained and exhausted, and you will take a lot of time to create something. And you are not even tapping into this huge circle or square, the area of frequencies that are available to you. So what is the rest of the frequencies? The rest of the frequencies is the 2/3 of your essence. So this is only your physical body and your soul into your body. All of this is your whole essence. Your whole essence has access to the quantum field. It's all the frequencies, all the possibilities that you ever wanted. And it's not only about wanting, because anything that exists on this frequency, the larger, higher spectrum, already exists. So the abundance that you feel and see that you want to have, I don't know, car, relationship, money, whatever it is, it's already yours, but not on this frequency. It's yours on this frequency. It already exists. All you have to do is expand. Expand your frequency, visual or feeling space. Yeah? And that literally means expand the space within yourselves. And we're going to look at that. Yeah? So when we look at the 5D plus creation, meaning out of the 3D world, yeah, what happens is we are not moving through space to actually go through time anymore. We are collapsing the frequencies together and we are attracting, we become the frequency of what we want. And we are attracting opportunities, information, everything to us. Everything exists right now. There is no past, present, future. This moment is all that is. Yes? So when you think of the past event that happened somewhere in the past, which is your belief, there's not a place to go to. It's an experience within your mind. And the same happens with the future. So it's an experience within your mind. It's a projection. So the more you tap into those frequencies in order to actually shift it to align to exactly the frequency you want, then you can alchemize it and make it into matter. And you collapse time and space continuum and actually shorten the time that you can create something on a 3D level. There's still going to be time. So what really happens? This is you right now, your energetic field right now. Yeah? And this is the energetic field of the frequency that you want. So the more you practice the attitudes, the more you ingrain them into your hardware, and it becomes a software, meaning that it becomes easier and easier for you to do. Yeah. The more you're going to practice, the more you're going to live in that frequency, meaning making choices on that frequency. Your behavior, your actions, your thoughts, your emotions will be on that frequency. Meaning that when you come to about 90% of the day that you live here in 3D, staying and focusing on that frequency that you want, and you will see that by feedbacks from your environment, because your environment is a feedback mirror, the more you're going to shift the frequency, and that's the color, yeah, into what you want until you actually get it. And the feeling in the body is not going to be, oh my God, yeah? It's just going to be, oh, that's what I wanted. Because you're going to be complete aligned. Your alignment with the frequency will be 100%. And you will see that as a mirror in the physical reality. So why Healy here? Because Healy is the bridge. And that's why I love this word. Because that's how it came to me for 4.5 years now. I was looking for a bridge, and Healy is a bridge. And you have the most amazing tool in your hand. And if you're not using it, I'm literally gonna kick your beautiful butt, yeah? Because you are wasting your time not raising your frequency to the level that of your full potential. Because if you cannot hold your frequency currently by yourself, if your frequency is still quite low, meaning that you're still quite in shame and blame and guilt and anger, right? They're not wrong, they're just different frequency. And if it's harder, because they're denser, it's harder to get out. So Healy is here to actually help you shift that. Literally shift it so you can hold and sustain the frequency more likely throughout the day and easier throughout the day. So that's why I love Healy. Not only it shows us what needs shifting, but it actually helps us shift and hold that frequency. Of course, you need to do the work. So don't expect just to send the frequencies and, oh, everything's going to magically be happening. No, because then you're literally, throwing mud into the wall. It's not going to stick. Yeah. You need to start embodying that, and you need to start looking that within the business. So these are foundations. So let's look at how you can actually access that for your business or anything else, because the principle is the same. Yeah. Practical stuff. Before you go and ask for any abundance of anything that you want, positive attitudes, unless I hope you're going to do that, because I don't know if, bad attitudes and beliefs, I don't think anybody wants that. But if you want that to explore that, it's your choice as well. Before you go anywhere, you need to open up the door to that wider frequency. Yeah, out of that little box, tiny little box, which is your prison, to that wider frequency. So how do we tap into that? It's called authenticity. To actually access the abundance of our potential, our full potential, the authenticity is the key. It opens the door. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, but I am being authentic, all of that, I'm speaking up, I'm doing that. That's in your head. Has nothing to do with authenticity. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, Zoomsy. Why is Zoomsy doing this? Okay. I'm just thinking, am I recording? I think I'm recording. Does it say on top for you that it's recording? Just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I got lost in between. Okay. So what is authenticity, right? Authenticity, if they've measured authenticity, and it's the highest frequency currently measured. Yeah. Why? Because it's alignment. It's your full alignment to your true self. You are accessing the frequency of your full self. Yeah. It's your true essence, your whole being of what you exist. Yeah. In quantum field, it's the full buffet. Yeah. So you can literally pick out of a catalog. Seriously, it's so much fun, but we make it so hard. So the only thing that I would like to, I gave you some insights of how to actually, tap into your authentic self. So what I really found for myself, and trust me, I used to be a full-on people pleaser. Yeah, completely disconnected from myself. Now, if you tell me something and I'll go, nah, done, boundary. So for me now, my space and my whole authenticity is so sacred to me that I will not sacrifice it for anything, because I know what I can tap into, and I know why that is important to me, and I know who I am, and I know why I'm here. So I know a lot of people don't like it, but that's not my thing. Yeah, I need to take care of me and be in my own alignment, because if I'm not in my own alignment, my own authentic self, I'm betraying my own self, and that means I'm draining my energy. If I'm draining my energy, I can't tap into abundance or whatever I want to create if I don't have the energy to create it. So you need to actually have really strong boundaries. But for me, what I really found, these are all great stuff that you can add into your repertoire of lists and stuff. But what I really found for myself is to find the type of my energy. So how my energy works. So the way my intuition speaks to me and how I use my energy. So you can use so many different modalities, from astrology, human design, numerology, so many things to actually, strengths finder, so many things that you can actually look at to get to know yourself better. So looking at the type of energy, how you use your energy, how you recharge your energy, and how you tap into your intuition. Those are really important basics and foundations that if you want to start creating anything and shifting energy, you need to understand how you work. It's like anything. If you work with a computer, you need to understand what to press, yeah, to actually make it work. you need to understand yourself enough to understand your values, your boundaries, and your type of energy. Because your values are your core values of who you truly are in your essence. Your boundaries are what keeps your energetic space, physical, emotional as well. Yeah, because energetic first, and then the emotional, and then the physical, and the boundary space. And then the third one is your energy and how you utilize it and how you actually filter things. Because if you don't have those three, you're going to have disturbances. It's like the radio, you turn the dial and it goes, yeah? So all of that is a disturbance. So if you don't know how to hold your space, no matter how much you want to create and align and do all of that, you're going to be on a jumping jack, like zigzag, yeah? Like a trampoline. And that's going to drain your energy as well. So make sure that you have the foundations to actually understand yourself, understand your energy boundaries and values before you go into anything else. Of course, you can discover yourself through Healy by coaching, and looking at the insights that are coming up when you're working on yourself, of course. But you also need to understand the way you work with your energy, because otherwise, if you are working on a deeper traumas or beliefs, when you start releasing emotionally and mentally and physically, you're going to drain your physical body as well. And if you don't know how to recharge it, you're going to become codependent of other people's energies. And you don't want that. Yeah. Because nobody wants a leech. Yeah. And we sometimes do that unintentionally. But that's how energy world works. Okay. Let's go. Healy coaching module. Let's dive deeper. Yeah. We know how to scan, so I'm not going to scan for you today. What I'm here to do is actually show you how can you start focusing on specific areas and what you can do in order to amplify those areas to start shifting the frequency, because that's what you want. You want the practical results, you want the outcomes. Yeah. So when we're looking at the coaching module is the amazing bridge, because it taps into the quantum field of your bioenergetic field of who you are, your frequency currently, and your full frequency, yeah, the full spectrum. And you can actually go really deep into yourself to actually see what you can shift. So, but before we start creating and using Healy to start shifting the frequencies, we need to first build the foundation, as I said, values, boundaries, energy type, yeah? And then, of course, we need to ask some questions. First, we need to ask ourselves, how would an abundant person think and behave in every area? Sorry, that was not good. Every area of their life. So we now need to become that frequency, that person, that car in a point B. Yeah. So we need to start thinking and behaving and making choices the way the abundant person would do. We also need to look at the 10 areas that, in the coaching module, we have 10 areas. Yeah. And how does each of the 10 areas in Healy coaching module contribute to the abundance in your business and life? So you understand what role every area actually plays and how it affects the other. And then, of course, what areas are important for the business to thrive? So we're going to look at first the areas for the business that are really good to focus on. What I would encourage you, so if you find yourself scanning the coaching module, and you please make a really clear intention. We've done that last year. Really clear intention for the business. So if you want to have it for the business, then make sure that it's already happened. So I run a business, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I have this and this and this. So positive statements, but make sure that you are specific in the amount of money, the amount of relationships, the feeling and the expression of the connections and the relationships that you have, and also the timing. You can do the timing. I tend to not do the timing because I allow the universe to actually collapse the time for itself, and I literally amplify the frequency and make it as soon as possible. Yeah. And the universe decides when it catches up with my physical body frequency. So allow that to happen, but you can put the timing in there. So make it really specific. But when you scan based on that intention, and you want to work on a specific area, make sure that if you want to work on goals and your goals are already green, and then I don't know, finances are like really, really low, or potentials are really, really low, make sure that you tick the goals as well as the lowest area that comes up, because that area will influence everything else you want to build. So just make sure you have that connection. Otherwise, I would use the lowest area and work on that area until you get results, and you will see the flow of energy moving into other areas in the spectrum as well. Just letting you know how to balance that as well. Okay. We're going to go through the basic ones that are for the business. So the first one is career. So I gave you the reason why this is contributing to your abundance, yeah, in life. So a career alignment. So you doing things that you love and actually pursuing the work that resonates with your skills, your passions, your higher purpose of who you truly are. It's crucial for you to feel the abundant feeling in the body. And that means expansion of your frequency. And when you are aligned with your true self and really working with your values, boundaries, and energy, you then attract new opportunities, clients, and even more success effortlessly. It's not going to, so working meta to meta, 3D, it's going to feel like you need to work really hard. When you're working in a quantum field, so the rest of the frequency is going to feel like you're in the river flowing. Sometimes it's going to be overwhelming. There's going to be a lot of opportunities and things coming in, and your body is going to want to contract. But the more you breathe through it, the more you align and check in, you understand how your energy works, and you understand the responses, how your body responds to things and your intuition responds to things. If you don't know how to do that, let me know in the Facebook group and I'll share some resources with you. But if you do know, great. Then you know how to align yourself, and you can focus on that frequency and really focus on the career spectrum. So you can click the career area and you can go, okay, now I can really dig deep and really build this area and actually overflow it. Yeah. Signs that you are misaligned here in this area. If you feel stuck, unfulfilled, unmotivated, they can also be, so stuck, unfulfilled, unmotivated can also be that you don't understand how your energy works. Just letting you know. So those are the options as well. I have offered some Healy programs. So I would scan the coaching program and I would literally run the career list until you see the results. You can rescan them every week if you want, or feel like there's some changes, I would rescan. As soon as you see some changes, I would rescan and then literally vibrate the new list. But I have also gave you some suggestions. I'm not saying these are the only programs to use. Some suggestions to support you in the holding the frequency within the physical body, and to actually support focus, inspiration on your career path towards your abundance goals. So these will help your physical systems to actually hold the frequency and have more space while you are sending the list of career. Yeah. How would an abundant person think? This is the mindset. Yeah. And I gave you an affirmation. So if you want to work on this area and you feel like this area is something you want to focus on, I gave you an affirmation. Please don't just think that this is the only affirmation. No, it's an option. Yeah. So I am capable of achieving my dreams. My work aligns with my purpose and brings value to the world. Yeah. So this is literally an example that you can use. And then, of course, the behavior. So what is the action of this abundant person, and how is this person acting? It pursues work aligned with their passion and purpose. So you need to get clear around this, what you really want to do and what feels good in the body. Even if it means taking risks. Risks are always important. Yeah. always seeks opportunities for growth and learning rather than fearing competition. So competition is a frequency that's a low vibration. On a higher vibration, when we're in the higher spectrum, wider spectrum of frequency, collaboration is the word, yeah, that you're wanting to use, because in that space you understand that there's abundance for everything and everyone, and everybody has their purpose in that space. It celebrates their own wins. Yeah, if you're celebrating other people's success, great, but don't forget to celebrate yours and believe there's enough success for everyone. Abundant approach and mindset, and proactively seeks feedback. Feedback is important because the environment around you is a mirror. So reflection needs to be your daily task or fun, yeah? And adapt to changes with positive attitude. Making it, oh, I tried this worked, this didn't work, how can I shift it? Yeah, so making it a reality check, not, oh my God, I did this wrong. Yeah, we all fall into that category sometimes. Okay, finances, which are in business. Majority of us want more money. Money is energy. Money needs a relationship. So if you don't have a relationship with money, then I would encourage you to start scanning finances together with personal relationships. Yeah. Because those two sometimes can family relationships as well, because there's family dynamics that influence the patterns of behaviors and the beliefs. So money is an energy that you need relationship with. So if you don't have a relationship and you don't have conversations with money every single day, I would encourage you to, because money is actually really fun to play with. That's just my experience, maybe. Money is actually really fun to play with and have a conversation with. And it tells you a lot about how you have conversations and relationships with others and what's the relationship with money. So if you want your money to actually stay with you and play with you, and you want it in your living room, drinking tea and having fun with, yeah, like a friend, then you need to create a space for that, to actually, for money to stay. If it's not going to stay, you're going to create a lot of money, but then the money will vanish again. And then you're going to create a lot of money and the money will vanish again. Yeah. Or the opposite side is, if you are holding on too much to money, you're codependent and you're like holding on, don't leave me. Yeah. You're suffocating it. So that's a relationship. Imagine if you be in a relationship like that and you're suffocating someone, or you being suffocated. How would you feel if you would be money? So make sure that you have a conscious relationship with money, because money is conscious. It's your energy, this extension of you. So finances and the relationship with money, it impacts your ability to attract and manage financial resources. Yeah. And your limiting beliefs and fears, which some majority of it, they actually come from your family, yeah, where you grew up, around money, actually create energetic blocks that can hinder abundance, financial abundance. Yeah. So there's different ways you can look at this. But if you have chronic financial struggles, or you are underpricing your services, or you have a fear of investing in yourself or in growth or anything else, and you feel like you're going to lose money and that money never will come back to you, that tells you that you are in a contractive mindset, not in abundant mindset. Yeah. Because if you look at money, if this is money and this is you, if you hold money really tight, you can't take anything out. Yeah. And nothing can come in either. Yeah. So it's really going to be tight for you to be abundant. But if you open it, now the fear comes in and goes, oh my God, I'm going to lose money. So you're going to lose money. Let's say you lose money. Yeah. But wait, you're open. So wait, look, new money comes in. So there's space for new. So make sure that you trust in the process of the universe, God, creator, whatever you want to call it, that whatever comes out, it's not meant to be there. It needs to circulate. Something else will come in. And of course, as Healy, goals application, again, you can work on this specific area. You can just choose this area, run a deeper analysis, and then vibrate that area to yourself. And these are some programs that I would recommend. Of course, always other programs as well if you want to. For financial flow, self-worth, and confidence in receiving. So receiving is as important as giving. If you are the person that always gives and wants, to be generous to others, but feels like nobody gives back, yeah, then I would encourage you to dig deeper into how you are receiving, and if you are willing to actually receive and allow new things to come in. If you have walls around you instead of boundaries, and if these walls are penetratable, and if you actually can allow things to come in and people to come in. And of course, mindset money flows to me effortlessly because I trust in the abundance of the universe. So I'm not going to go through the behavior. You can do that later on. But I literally gave you this for every section of the coaching program. Why is this important? Because when you actually look at the patterns that come up, yeah, because there's multiple ways of interpreting the patterns, I would want you to actually consider if this is a pattern that's a blockage in a way my energy does not flow freely. How can I shift this? How can I reframe this? What is my behavior, or what does my behavior need to be in order to actually get into my alignment? Because when you get the patterns, they're your opportunity, the analysis, it's your opportunity to actually dig deeper. For me, if you want to, you can pop it into ChatGPT, you can write a journal, you can do whatever you want, what feels right for you. But until you actually make an effort to start seeing, yes, I'm doing this does not work. How can I shift it in a way that actually aligns with me? And what is the behavior that I need to do in order to consciously shift this energy? And when you vibrate that back to yourself, what's going to happen is you're now preparing the magnets outside of the thought and the emotion, which is the belief. Now that it's the magnet that's attracting those frequencies to you, now these bonds will start breaking, and the situations in your life will come and meet you in order for you to actually approach them in a different way. So if you have not done the love work, homework, love work for yourself, it's going to be hard to understand what the behavior needs to be in order to shift it. Because otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in that old pattern and hamster wheel of reacting to life instead of responding, because you want to expand out of your jail instead of staying in one place. Yeah, so you can create space and space in your life for new money to come in. Yeah, to have a relationship. The next area I do see in business, and I always look at, is potentials. So are you developing yourself? Are you actually developing your talents, gifts, and abilities? Not just knowledge, not just knowledge for the sake of knowledge. Oh, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to have a certificate in this. I'm going to have a certificate in this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to stop, because you're draining your energy instead of actually tuning in, looking. You can scan your potentials and you can see where is the area of improvement. What's the direction that you need to go in? Because then you can develop your true self and actually be in alignment, and things will become easier. Yeah. Again, potentials, will give you the expansion into that wider spectrum of frequencies of who you are. And if you are in misalignment, you're probably feeling that you're not living up to your potential, and you feel like you have so much more to give and learn and expand, or you are unsure of your unique gifts. So if you are unsure of what you're good at and what you can give, I would really, really encourage you to go back to the foundation of your values, boundaries, and type of energy, so you can start understanding who you are and how you work, because then the potentials will reveal themselves. And of course, Healy, again, you can focus on this area alone if you wish to, and then use certain programs to support you. Of course, there's a lot of programs. Then people will ask me, but Petra, there's too many programs. How can I run all that? Don't run all of them. Yeah. If you want, scan your first scan on coaching module. Look at the areas that are the lowest and areas that are the highest, like the most expanded, the green ones. And then look at what is it that you would really love to focus on. If it's the business that you want to focus on. So make sure that if it's the business that you're focusing on, make sure that you create a group of you and business in Healy. Not just you, yeah, you and your business. Create a photo of your logo if you have it with you and pop it into Healy. Literally scan the frequency of your business in you, because the business is an extension of you. So you have the combined information so you can actually get the right results. So when you scan the first scan, just look at what's the most needed in your business and take a breath, tune in and see what is that you want to focus on. Because if family relationships come low like here, yeah, but you actually want to focus on finances, then you'll need to join them together. Because obviously the family relationship in business is influencing your finances. Obviously it's draining the energy somewhere. It's really important to look at what's going on in family relationships and how it's influencing your finances and your energy, because that's your energy. Money's energy. Yeah. So some Healy programs, so you can have some creativity, empowerment, self-discovery for your potential. And of course, the mindset. Make sure that everything is in positive. So if you want to work on this later on, you can use this for this area. You can use this affirmation for this area and really focus on this area. And then just support other programs to help you move the frequency and hold the frequency within your body. And do it, I don't know, for a month. Yeah, and see what changes. But if you have changes in between and you see tweaks, like things are changing and shifting, rescan. Yeah, so you can actually help to shift and expand the energy faster. Okay, the next one is goals for business. If you don't have goals, goals are like direction and focus. It's like a train track, yeah, for energy. So if you don't have goals, you don't have focus to actually move the energy in the right direction. So what's the saying? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Yeah, so attention is literally creating a pathway for your energy. So if you don't have a focus, if you don't have a vision of something you want to create and you're not practicing that vision, meaning you are actually going in and feeling the emotion like you already created that, then you're not going to literally move that energy in that direction. If you feel lack of clarity, if you feel like you're procrastinating, you have inconsistent results in achieving business objectives, yeah, you're up and down all over the place, you're out of alignment. So there's few ways to look at that. Either procrastination can be fears, so there's limited beliefs at the back. If you don't have clarity, go back to foundations. If you don't have inconsistent results, then I would encourage you to actually look at how you're using your energy. Are you depleting yourself? Are you pushing too much? Are you trusting? Do you surrender? There's all of those things that you need to look at. Yeah. And of course, while you're doing that, you can vibrate Healy frequencies in order to help you move and shift. Again, some programs to support your mental clarity, determination, strategic focus, things that on a physical, energetical level that can help you move the energy and hold it. And again, behavior and mindset. There's two. The last one is self-worth. I want to show you later on what I do include in my scans and how I do that. And I'll give you extra modules that I use for my business as well. Self-worth is crucial for your business, your life, or anything. So if your self-worth is low, you are limiting and sabotaging your potentials in all aspects. So if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't feel things are possible, if you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, then it will determine how much abundance you actually believe you can have and deserve, and how much you can receive. So first you need to believe that you can have it, and then you need to work on actually receiving it. So there's two stages of it. So if your self-worth is really low, you need to start working on self-worth before you work on anything else. Because even if money comes in, if you want the money, for example, or relationship, yeah, even if the money comes in, you will not be able to hold it because you won't have the space and the frequency and the energy space to actually hold that energy. So it's going to be poof out of your life. So that could happen in a way, for example, my partner had this for a while until I actually put a strong boundary on it. He knows that. Um, every time I created a lot of money, yeah, it would be some kind of accident. Yeah. We had a car accident out of the blue. Yeah. And the car was total and we needed to buy a new car. And all the money I've actually created in literally a month went for that money, for that car. And I'm like, interesting. So it's literally looking at where you're sabotaging, where you preventing the money to actually stay in your frequency. Yeah. And it can also be the partner's frequency, especially if you're connected really deeply. But if it's you are looking at and you're looking at what you are creating, and if it's your finances, your personal way of being, then look at where is the hole that the money and the energy is going out. Yeah. And again, with self-worth, make sure like the inner unity, the conflict balance, and coherence are really good programs for self-worth. Inner unity is amazing. So if you have issues with confidence and believing in yourself and actually getting enough energy to get out and face the world, inner unity is amazing. Yeah. So some programs to help you hold that frequency. Then we have emotional balance, personal relationships, family relationships, social relationship, and spirituality. If you are in business, social relationships and personal relationships will always be aligned with your business, especially if you're service business. So if you have clients and connecting with clients, if these are coming low on your scans, make sure you look at them because there's probably blockages of connection or there's a reflection, a mirror in the communication that comes up that's actually preventing and sabotaging the energy of flow, the flow of energy. Yeah. So I will give you all of that. Don't stress. Yeah. So, but just we don't have the time to go through all of this. What I do, this is my approach and only my approach. Yeah. You can explore yourself. You can do whatever you want. Of course, it's like I call the quantum space playground with all the rainbow of colors. Yeah. So whatever you like, you can choose and you can combine whatever you want to. So for business approach, this is what I started doing last year. I started using meridians when Jeffrey and I had a conversation, and it really just hit when I started reading stuff for my business. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just phenomenal. So thank you, Jeffrey. Um, I really love this. So I normally use personal growth module with my business because it actually gives me focused tasks to work on. So I actually scan this weekly. So I actually see what I need to do. So for example, it could come up the other day, it came up with the business that I'm building now, another business besides Healy. That I will attract. So it says, I will attract people with my energy and the way I lead. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And it clicked. So that was my task. So I needed to work on my energy, my approach, my communication, my authenticity in every aspect of that business in order to actually attract the people and customers that I want. Because that's what came up as a task. So I use personal growth based on that because it's really short, 5 things, and I actually can use that at one per day, and I can focus on that, and I can scan it once a week, and then I can vibrate every single day. I normally vibrate for about 6 to 12 minutes. Yeah, when I start the work, I do meditation, then I actually just vibrate everything that I want to. And then meridians. When Jeffrey said to me, I do this for businesses, and I'm like, oh my God, yes. And I actually had a meditation and it dawned on me, like this information came in, and I was like, meridians for business. They are an extension. They are like veins of your business, energy veins of your business, and they actually fill up the energy of the energetic, bioenergetic space of you and your business, the extension of it. And they also show you, because they're connected to your chakras, and we're going to look at that next week with Christy. Christy's going to look at the chakras and the abundance, and she's going to look at the relationship areas and everything else. So we can combine that with chakras, and we look at where the blockages are and where the energy is not flowing. And I love the meridians because it goes so deep that it really hits me in my face. And I'm like, okay, this needs to change. This needs to be worked on. I'm working on this already. And I love to actually, this is my approach and only my approach. When I started meridians, I started vibrating throughout the day. And then I remembered, oh my God, yeah, the overnight one that I did with chakras, I'm going to try that. So I did the 27-minute one overnight. I did the 8-hour one, and that was a bit too much for me. But I find 27 minutes when I go to sleep is actually really good. It really shifts things in the meridian space. And the blockages, like, it moves energy really fast for me. This is my experience. And then I like to use the creative homeopathy because it gives me the stress patterns, and I can see the stress where there's stress, there's resistance. And if there's resistance, there's disturbance in the field, meaning there's that sound that it's not aligned. Yeah. So when I look at the creative homeopathy, I can see the stress patterns with me and my business, and I can shift and maneuver things throughout the week. So I tend to actually scan the homeopathy either monthly or weekly, depending on what I do and how I do it. But if you start monthly, it's perfectly fine. And I actually just vibrate this for 2 to 6 minutes. And while I vibrate, I do this before I start any tasks. When I go into my alignment and I do my meditation, I literally just vibrate that to actually go into this space, shift the energy, and then I focus. And then I literally work. So this is how I do my business. And I've been doing it on and off last year, trial and error, thinking, what do I do? Minutes here, minutes there. But now that I kind of found the groove of what I like to do, I'm going to test and trial this for this year, and I'm going to give you the feedback of what's going on. So you can see what changes and shifts are happening within my world, so you can actually see what you can do and experiment with yours. So that's about it. Any questions? I know we've been late today, but if there's any questions, you're going to get all of these slides in the group. So don't worry. I've seen a question before for the Facebook group. I'm going to just give you the link, so if you want to join there. The recordings are now live. So Healy APAC has now put all the playlists live on YouTube. So you can get all the recordings on YouTube as well. But if you want to ask me any questions or be in the group where we have so many beautiful and amazing people that can support and help you, you're more than welcome to join. And you can see all my previous trainings there as well. I'm just going to give you. So this is the Facebook group link if you want to join. And the YouTube channel is literally just Healy APAC, Healy World APAC, I think it is. Healy World APAC, I think it is. If you look up in the YouTube channel, you can find that. Otherwise, you can have it in my Facebook group. I also have my own. But there's so many things on YouTube, so you can, because last year we didn't have the YouTube channel open, but this year we do, so you can actually find it on Healy as well. Okay. Any questions around this or around this topic? Yeah, so let's please keep this to this topic. Where is the personal growth? The personal growth module is in your blue app, in your Heal Advisor analysis app, and it's going to be in, so you have 3 resonances. So the first one is Healy resonance, the second one is Mac Healy resonance, and the third one is the purple resonance, which is all the Bach flowers and the Schussler salts and everything else. You'll have the personal growth module there. Not everyone has it. Yeah, just letting you know, because this was actually given away as a gift last year with certain packages. Sometimes in the future, they might actually bring it back to add it as a gift, as a database, but you will find it there if you do have it. May we have the slides on the coach? Yes, I will share the slides in the Facebook group so you can actually access those. And I always share my resources there. Everything I've done in the last year, it's there already, so you can access it anytime. The YouTube channel is the, yeah, let me see, Healy World. I have mine as well, but now Healy World has opened it. I have no idea. Let me just, no, maybe here. Wait. Healy World APAC. Let me see. What's the channel? Healy World APAC. Correct. That's the channel. I think there was welcome to those training. I think it's advanced trainings, playlists, Healy advanced trainings here. This is the, and there's mine trainings here as well. So this is the YouTube, if you want to. Here you go. You're more than welcome to that. Okay. Is the in the coach analysis? No, the personal growth is separate in the. Okay, I'll share with you. I need to. I'll share my screen with you, my phone, so you can see. Oh, when you go, I'm just going to do this one so I can do mirror so I can actually share with you my phone. Okie dokie. So it's going to be easier because I know some of you are visual types. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Okay, can you see my phone? Yeah, perfect. So if you go in, this is the blue app. If you go into, so not the first one, the second, the third one, the purple one. So this one. So if you go in here, you'll have all the gem elixirs, bark flowers, and you'll have personal growth module. Yeah. So that's the personal growth. It's in here. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Stop sharing. Here we go. So it's in there. Any other questions? If you want, you can put your hand up if you need to. Otherwise, I'm just going to go quickly through here. Yeah, the quantum community is the Facebook. Yes. Channel to powerful. I think you're more than welcome. Thank you, Janine. You can run for 9 hours if you want to. I would test it, yeah, depending on what you want to run. So make sure that if you are running the longer ones, make sure you run them overnight because you are out of the body, so you're in the quantum field either way. Just make sure that you, if you feel tired after 9 hours of the frequencies, make sure you lower for half. So make sure that you go like half of the 9 hours next time. So not just the small fraction, because when you're in a state of what we call dreaming on a physical world, but it's actually your real world because we live in a matrix of reflections. It's important to understand that you absorb frequency faster because when you're out of time, when you're quantum field, you're collapsing the time. So things happen faster. So make sure that you don't overstress your physical body because the physical matter, it absorbs things slower. So if you have like your essence, which is your energetic field, is now vibrating really high, which is already high. So you're now shaking the field, the bridge between the physical and the energetic. Yeah. So if you're shaking this field, your physical body will feel it if it's already on a low frequency. So if you have a lot of health issues, if you have a lot of emotional challenges, make sure you do not overdo the frequencies overnight, because otherwise you're going to be drained and tired, and you're stressing your nervous system, which will not refill and regenerate your physical body. So make sure that you do not overdo that. Can you show that again? Screen share. You can watch the recording. I'm not going to share it again. It's in the blue app. Um, you're welcome, Nadia. You're welcome. I know it's a lot of information because we have the 10 areas, and today we had a bit of technical difficulties, but you're going to get all the slides so you can actually take a look at it. And the more you work on things, journaling and reflecting, this life is a reflection. When I look at you on my screen, I see little faces, yeah? But the illusion is that you are separate from me. You're not. I see the different versions of me. That's all that it is. And you see the different versions of you. And when we actually understand the bigger picture of this, there's we get compassion and kindness with more ease, because we are literally just seeing ourselves. And when somebody is reacting or having what Australian call tantrum, yeah, with there is no tantrums, it's literally a wounding response. We can have compassion for ourselves, for our inner child of being wounded. Yeah, and we can actually give compassion and love to someone that actually needs that, and we can shift that frequency, and we can help them shift the frequency, and we can create a ripple effect around the universe, because we're all connected either way, and we're all mirrors of each other. I know, the old system of looking at things is competition, and you did this to me, and you're the guilty one, and why are you doing this to me? This is powerless victim mentality, and you are not serving yourself if you are actually giving your power away. And I know it doesn't feel fair for your ego. I get it. I've been there. Trust me. I know exactly how it feels. But trust me, if when you pull your power back and you actually realize how powerful you are, you will never react to anything around you, because you're giving your power away to something that's outside of you. It's like you give yourself half away of yourself. Half of yourself you give to something that has no power over you at all until you give it to it. So make sure that you love yourself enough to actually realize that. Okay, any really urgent questions needing answered? Free whenever we have run programs for more than for me, the green lights stop blinking, and again we need to restart literally. I've had always noticed that when we run the 4 hours or so, the green stops in between. Oh, it could be that if your Healy is not fully charged, yeah. With Mag Healy, it's easier because you can have it on the charger all night. Because with Meridians, I do that throughout the night, so I just run the Meridians on a charger, yeah, because that's the easier way to do the Mag. With Healy, I found that if your Healy is like 3, 4 years old and you haven't been charging it properly, it won't last for 8 hours. Yeah, so mine, now that I've changed it, now lasts 8 hours overnight. If I don't use any other programs, if it's completely charged. But I rarely, like, if I do the chakra ones on my Healy, I would do that the first time. So if I see like this patterns repeating with someone or with myself, and I see that I need to shift them, then I would just literally run that for overnight, like probably 7, 8 hours. And then next time I wouldn't run the overnight one. I would run shorter versions, like of 6 minutes or 12 minutes, yeah, daily. So it's literally to just move and shift the frequencies, the blockage of energy, to actually start the flow. Because when the energy starts flowing, then you don't need to push so much, right? You need to just literally nudge the frequencies to move faster. So just think about that as a water river, especially this year. Oh, especially this year, please. There's a lot of water this year. Make sure you ground yourself, especially if you're actually applying frequencies, because otherwise you can agitate your nervous system and your emotions can go poof, like a volcano. Yeah. So make sure that you take care of yourselves. Um, yeah, backfire. Yeah. Well, it's a trial and error of each and every one of us. We're different. Um, okay. Great. Done. When I run coaching module for career, that personal relationships appear. Yes, correct. Then there's a blockage in a personal relationship. So make sure that you combine them together. Yeah. So obviously, there's something in a relationship with yourself or intimate relationships, yeah, that is literally mirroring things in your career or vice versa, because that's where the energy is flowing back and forth. Yeah, because it's draining one side and moving into the other, and that's how we deplete ourselves. So until you actually look at that blockage, what is actually depleting the certain areas of your life, then only the energy will flow. So just look at both. Superwoman. No, I'm not Superwoman. Although I do want to have a cape and, like that movie kind of Amazon stuff. No, I'm not Superwoman. I get drained, honestly. Like I need to recharge. I'm not a Superwoman. um, No, charge will be still there as blue light still blinks. Blue light is Bluetooth. So that just means it's connected to the app. The green light is what the program is. So that means with the blue app, when you're actually using it, it's going to be connected all the time. It needs to be connected. Yeah. But if the green light is not blinking, then either the Healy is dead, so it doesn't have enough energy in battery to actually transmit the frequencies. Um, you're good. Okay, so you like the in-depth things that we are doing this year. So that we are going deeper and deeper into the modules so you can actually start using it for specific areas. This is what we are going to do this year. We're going to do a theme for a month, and Christy and I, we're going to do a different approaches with different modules and different programs so you can actually start using them in different situations so you can have different experiences. Because I think it's really important to understand that yes, you can have a basic understanding of programs and modules, but if you don't know how to apply that practically within your life, you're not going to use it. And my heart hurts. I'm not kidding. My heart hurts how many people are sending me messages, and I'm speaking to so many people in my team, people still not using the Healy. And I'm like, how? Like, tell me what is that? I would really love to know. Like, this is a true, honest question. I would really love to know what is stopping you from actually using the Healy. I would really love to know because I get feedback like, oh, I don't know, I don't have time. And I'm like, what time do you need? Like, you literally scan, which is a minute, yeah, or two, and then you press vibrate, which is like a minute or two. That's it. You can be on a toilet doing that. Yeah? Sorry. I know I do a lot of things on the toilet. That's too much sharing. But like, it's seriously like you can do stuff in a really small amount of time. You don't have to have 3 programs a day. You can just do a program before bed and you can do a program in the morning and you will see shifts happening. I really want to know what's stopping you because if it's something that I can create for you to actually have a simpler access and a simpler process so we can simplify things for you, please let me know because I would really love to understand what's stopping you. Because I can do all these trainings and I can involve Christy and we can have a team, but if you're not implementing any of it, like my heart hurts. Like you're investing in such a beautiful device and then you're not using it. I don't want to see that for you or for anyone, honestly, because Healy has helped me and so many so much. And I really want you to experience that, to see the consistency that you can have in your life. And yeah, that's my rent. But I would really love to know what's stopping you. I don't have Mac Healy, but I can run Mac Healy programs. Yes, correct. You can. So it's not going to be the same because Mac Healy programs on Mac Healy are quantum frequencies. They are magnetic field frequencies, where in the Blue app, they are literally resonance. but they still have benefits, of course. And how good is that? Like, Healy is offering you programs that you can have on Mag, but you can still access the information field through it. Like, that's just amazing. Like, seriously, for free, like a part of the app. It's just mind blowing to me. Um, Okay, how many programs can be used per day? These are the basic questions. You have basic trainings that you can look at. Yeah, so I'm not going to answer this because I've answered like 10,000 different times. I have seen major changes in several dozen, yes. And not only clients, like I see things in myself, in behavior and mental and emotional approaches, sleep. Like seriously, my partner is in love and addicted to the Mag Healy Sleep McMaken program. I'm not kidding. Yeah. So he falls asleep in 5 minutes. Done. I have team members that have kids that took Matt Healy on an airplane that put sleep on McMaken on. Kids were asleep on an airplane in 10 minutes. So I'm I'm not kidding. Like these are really powerful frequencies. And if you're not using them, I my heart hurts for you, honestly. Okay, if there's not any other questions, I would like to leave it here. I will post all the slides in the group, put it all together so you can have it in a PDF with all the areas to use. And of course, the recording will be available as soon as possible, as soon as I get the link in the group. But otherwise, it will be posted onto APEC, Healy APEC YouTube channel as well. So you can access it there. But the slides will be only in my Facebook group, so you can access it there. If there's another and no questions anymore, this was the first training for 2025. Next week you'll have Christy and chakras. We're going to dive deep in there. And then my last training for the month will be our new database, essential oils. So, which I'm really, really excited to share with you. And I'll be talking to you in 2 weeks this time. Next week, Christy will be on. So let me know also in groups or wherever how you find the new trainings. Would love to know the feedback because we are always learning, and I would love to give you the best you want and need to actually grow. Yeah. I love you so much. Have a great night, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.